Hi everybody, Mr. Stewart here. So today we are going to work on this dimensioning exercise. It's D4, and I'm going to show you how to use what's called the Desmos calculator. I really suggest that you learn how to use these calculators because they are very useful, these online calculators. You can use your regular graphing calculator if you prefer, but I'm going to show you how to use this one right here. So I'm going to shrink this guy down so that we can see it. This is the calculator over here. It's at desmos.com. I just typed in Desmos in my Google search, and it comes up with the calculator. And there's multiple calculators that they have. This happens to be the scientific one. So that's what I want, is the scientific calculator. All right, so what we have to do here is I'm going to bring this page up. And it says at the top, you're going to complete the chart, which is used to dimension groups of parts that have the same but different shape, but are different sizes. And you're going to use the dimensions for size number 1, and all features are directly proportional for all sizes. So the word proportional there, that's our big clue. We're going to set up a proportion. So this is kind of a math problem rather than as a drafting problem. If you were doing this in three-dimensional software like Inventor or SolidWorks, you would set up what are called variables. And in this instance, though, we're not going to set up variables. We're going to set up these proportions and do this mathematically. All right, so here's the way you go about doing this. This is the Desmos calculator. I'm going to click on the open parentheses, and we're going to do a little bit of a division here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the value in B1, which is 1.75. And by the way, you can put these things in as fractions. I'm not that familiar with doing that, so I actually just use the decimal equivalents. Now I'm going to divide this 1.75 times the value in A1, which is 0.75. Now I'm going to close the parentheses, and in order to do that, I have to click up here, and then I can close the parentheses. Now I'm going to do the multiplication, and this is going to be times the answer in or the number A2. So A2, which is 0.875, because I'm solving for this one, 0.875, and I get my answer of 2.04, and then I'm going to round that to 2. So over here in my graph, I'm going to type in 2.042. Okay, and then I'll go down to the next one. I'm actually going to move this little thing if I can. All right, there it goes. It goes away. And so that way I can see my chart. All right, now for number 3 here, I'm going to take the value in B2. All right, so I'm going to open my parentheses. So I'm going to take the value in B2, which is that one that I just calculated, which is 2.042. And I'm going to divide that by A2. So A2 is going to be 0.875. Remember to click and close parentheses. Then you're going to multiply that times A3. So A3 is 1. And that's going to give you 2.333. So over here, 2.333. Now the next one down. All right, so the next one down, I'm going to move this in place just a little bit better, is going to be B3. So B3, which was, 2.333. So I'm going to open my parentheses, and 2.333. I'm going to use the division tool, divided by A3. So A3 is 1. Okay, click, close parentheses, times A4, which is 1.25, and I get 2.916. So over here, 2.916. Okay, so that's going to be the way that I go about doing this thing. So I keep substituting in those numbers and setting up the proportion and multiplying it times the value that's in that column. So you would do the same thing for column CD all the way across.